Hello, this is just another update on the Galanti accordion restoration. So, I've done all of the treble side reeds, so that's waxed and valved, and I've trimmed all the valves. So these are now ready to put back into the accordion. I haven't done any tuning, not yet, but I will do. But it's quite a nice step because just putting the reed blocks back in without doing anything else just gives you an idea of how well you've been getting on with the revalving and the waxing, and just gives you an idea of how successful you've been. So hopefully if I put these back in, all the notes will be sounding nicely. They might not sound perfectly tuned, but I've got a funny feeling that it might sound okay because it was sounding quite well tuned before I took it apart. It's just that the wax was old and the valves were starting to curl a bit. And because I've put all the reeds back in the same orientation exactly, and I've been very careful with the valving of the reeds and checking the reed tip heights and everything else, I'm hopeful that when I put them back in it will sound pretty nice. So who knows, we'll have to see. Now the other thing I'm going to do is inside the accordion, I'll just show you the treble side, you've got the felt, which is where the reed blocks will be pushed against, and to get you as a kind of airtight seal as you can on there. But you've also got the selector mechanism at the bottom here. Now you shouldn't put any oil anywhere near the felt or the reeds or the reed blocks or the slides in here. But what I do want to do is put a little bit of light oil on the mechanism. So I just get it really close on the mechanism inside them, because that's just metal kind of pivots made of steel, and if you don't lubricate it and leave it, there's a danger that that might get some corrosion. So this is how I'm going to do it. If I just put that down there, just put that down like this. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to use a very light oil. I'm going to protect absolutely everything in there apart from that mechanism that I can see, apart from the metal rods and levers that are doing the mechanism. And I've got myself because I'm a bike mechanic, I use this GT85 on my chain to kind of light spray. Take a nozzle off and it's just going to give a very light mist. So all I'm going to do is put the mist just on the mechanism, and I'm just going to do one pass, I'm not going to do very much, and then wipe off. So all I'm going to do, give it a little bit of a shake, and just go, here we go, not much, and that's it. Because oil and accordions don't mix, but I have protected absolutely everything else. Just get any dust out. But yeah, that's it. Just a very light pass of a very fine mist of my GT85, and that's just on the metal levers and rods on there, and that's it. I'm not going to do anything else. So the next step is I'm going to put the reed blocks back in, and then I'm going to give the accordion a little play and see what it sounds like. So I'll just leave the video running now because we can get those in. So I've numbered all the reed blocks, so we've got 1, 2 and 3, which is handy. So number 1, go in there, just get my screwdriver, oopsie, tighten that one down. I'll do the final tightening in a sec. Number 2. So I'll just get them in place and I'll do the final tightening of these little screws. Number 2 and number 3. So always really important to number your reed blocks so you just know exactly where you're going without any room for mistakes. So let's get this one in as well. There we go. So everything's in, nothing's been caught. Make sure there's no dust or anything else lying around. Tighten up these little screws. There we go. So there's the reed blocks in. So what I do, I'm going to put the bellows and everything back together. I'll stop that just for a sec, and then when I start the next video, I'll just have everything, all the bellows put back together to the bass and treble sides, and we'll see what it sounds like. Okay, where am I? Here we go. So all back together. I probably sure haven't done any tuning. I haven't. But anyway, so this is, I'm really pleased because I've just given it a little test run, but this is what it sounds like. I'll show you the single reed. This one here. I'll bring it down a little bit. So that's nice. Let's try the low reed. Then the two middle reeds. That's nice. Not quite tuned, but it sounds lovely. And if I do the two middle and the low, this will give you the master. I'm not playing the bass yet because I haven't done anything good. There we go. So, I think it sounds great. So actually, it's in a really playable condition, and I haven't done any tuning. And I does need a little bit of tuning, and some of the, particularly in the top end, just a little bit of fine tuning, and some of the low ones could do with a bit of help as well. But generally speaking, it sounds really, really nice. The bass side. It sounds a little bit rough really, but I haven't done the bass side yet. So my next step will be to take out all the bass side reeds and do what I've done to the treble side on the bass side. And then once I've got all the reed work done, I can park the reed work then and just forget about the reed work and then go straight into the tuning. So that'd be this process, if you like. I'm also going to change the bellows gasket because that's a bit old, but the compression is really tight, really good. So I'm not going to touch the pallets on the treble side or the bass side because there's no really any issues. The keys sound nice and quiet and there's no leaks. I can't feel any leaks or see any leaks. So I'm going to leave the pallets alone for now. And the red is all working nicely. So yeah, it's coming on well. So the next thing is I'll get all the bass reed blocks done and then start some tuning. And I'm pretty confident actually that there's not going to be masses of tuning, which is a nice change because some of the recent accordions with the vintage ones have need quite a lot of tuning, and this is a nice change not to have to do quite so much. There we go. Thanks for watching.